and a former colleague here at NBA TV. Always great to see the Hall of Famer, Kevin McHale.
Well, Matt, good to see you, but came on down from Toronto, huh?
Yeah, came on down. They let me back in the country.
Amazing. I've been telling everybody, don't let him in. And how you doing?
I'm doing well, Coach.
Good. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you, too.
All right, so we all know, obviously, that your organization made a strong play for Chris Bosh. He decides to stay in Miami. And I guess Houston Rocket fans want to know, what now? Chandler Parsons in Dallas, Bosh is in Miami. Where do you go from here?
Yeah, I mean, we had a disappointing free agency, I'd be honest with you. I mean, we really tried hard to get Bosh. We were working on Carmelo. You know, everybody wanted LeBron. He went to Cleveland. I'm like, really? I guess Cleveland rocks. But anyways, yeah, he went to Cleveland and everybody's chasing him. And then I thought we had a really great shot at Bosh. And we made a lot of moves to try to get money available. I mean, we moved Ashik, you know, was a really good center, one of the top centers in the league, just happened to be backup with us, with Dwight. Lost Chandler and moved Jeremy Lin, who was part of our rotation. So right now, we're trying to add bodies, we're trying to add pieces, we're trying to get some veteran guys that can come in and stopgap a little bit. We'll have flexibility next year, but as I often said, flexibility doesn't score. But I don't see I've never seen a guy with flexibility on his back. Flexibility doesn't score.
Well, speaking of flexibility, next summer, obviously, a lot of big-name free agents. Kevin Durant, and I'm sure you guys will make a play for some of these guys next year, but obviously you want to get through this season. And how do you as a coach, with the roster you have right now, how do you prepare with the same expectations that you had going into this year?
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, we won 54 games last year, and the guys that are coming back are all want to do that or more. We're going to get new guys. You know, the continuity is always hard because you start training camp. It's always nice when you start training camp and you have the majority of the people who have been there. So you start saying, this is the drill we're doing. They know the drill. Hey, we're gonna blue the side pick and roll. We're gonna do this on the top. And they understand all the terminology. It's like starting over again. And we're probably gonna have 3 or 4 guys that are in our rotation that weren't in it last year. That now you got to figure out how to use them the best. Because you know, when you get with guys, they always do things. Some things they do better than you think they could. Some things they do worse than you think they could. So you got to fit them all in, and it's just another learning curve. That, you know, that's just the way we are right now. The guy just shot the ball right there. I like him, Nick Johnson. We drafted him. DJ's old teammate of mine, DJ Dennis Johnson, is his nephew, and I like him. He's impressed me in the summer league.
Nick Johnson, the Pac-12 Player of the Year. One of the players that you'll fit in, obviously, is Trevor Ariza.
Yeah. And
Trevor Ariza comes in, and you talked about flexibility, versatility. Certainly, he's that sort of player.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to come in and try to take up some of the slack that Chandler Parsons. He left. Chandler was a really, really good player. Did a lot of things very, very well. And I had dinner last night with Trevor and just said, hey, look, you got to shoot the 3 for us. You got to defend, spread the court, you know, and just do what you do well. And I think he's in a really good spot. You know, he's been in the league a long time now. Came out for 1 year in UCLA. So I think he'll help us. But again, you know, you don't like to lose talent. I mean, you know, and you know, that's always a tough thing.
Coach, last year I thought early on in the season, Dwight Howard was still dealing with the back surgery and coming back and getting his timing and his rhythm. But towards the end of the season, it looked like he got that lift back in his legs. He got that pop. He was scoring a little bit more down the post. And talk about his development last season in his first year with you with Houston. Yeah,
when we first signed him last year around this time, he did a physical, and our therapists and trainers were really concerned. They were like, wow, his back is really still messed up. He's got so much getting him the ball, to be honest. Like, we don't have the world's best post feeders, I'll tell you that. We had post feeding practice a lot. He'd be wide open, they throw it at his shoe. I said, it's not a good place to throw it as a big guy. I'm just telling you,
Just so you
how
know.
about throw it to him? How about hit him in the hand? You know, I said, try that for a while. And, you know, we got better at getting him the ball. He got better at sealing. And, you know, again, it's one of those things when most of these players have never played with a dominant big man. So they've never thrown the ball in the post before, which I know it sounds crazy, Grant, but it's true. Like they don't improve their angle. They don't feed the post and cut. They don't know what to do. So it was a learning process for all of us. And towards the end of the year, we got better.
And you certainly know with your history how exactly a big man wants that ball too, right? How many times?
Somewhere near your hand.
Right, exactly. Leave it away. Don't put it down by the toes. You
Toes are always bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Coach, I'm going to throw out there that, I can throw the ball into the post.
All right, man. We need you. All right.
I just can't run back on defense.
Half our guys don't run back. So you fit right in with them. That's terrible, isn't it?
Real quick, because we are headed toward the break zone. You have Isaiah Cannon, Nick Johnson out here, but also Donatas Montejunas. Yeah. What do you want to see from Montejunas? Because he's certainly a player. If you look at your rotation, he played in 62 games last year. You would expect him that he needs maybe to take that next step.
Agreed. He needs to take that next step. I told him two things. He's going to run. He's going to move the ball. He's a very skilled player. I said, you've got to defend with physicality and rebound. That is not, if you do those two things, that's not going to stop you from making shots. It's not going to stop you from running. They act like it's either or. Right. Oh, if I defend and rebound, I won't be able to play. Like, you can do all the other things, I promise you. And I just told them it's simple because we need physicality up front. We lost Ashik, but in the playoffs against Portland, they just beat us up. LaMarcus Aldridge, and we had to keep a big body on Robin Lopez because he just beat up our smaller guys. And so, be physical, go out here, move the ball, do the stuff you do, but really rebound. I think that's key for him. And he knows he's gotten bigger. He's really added weight. He's a very clever basketball player. He's a typical Euro. Got really good ball skills and everything, but he's going to have to do those two things to play for us.
And then you re-signed Troy Daniels, who had a major impact in Game 3.
Yeah, we were kind of searching all year long for kind of a backup wing, and Troy came in and made some big shots, and that's one thing he could really do is make shots. So I'm glad to have him back. You can never have too much shooting on the floor, especially when you got Harden and Dwight Howard, because they're gonna attract to, and you have to have guys spread that can take advantage of your main guys drawing too. Two defenders.
Coach,
offensive foul.
Coach, this is my first summer league, and I'd have to assume as you are trying to fill rosters, you're not just going to look at guys on your team, but you're looking at all the players that are here in summer league. And obviously that's I'm sure what a lot of teams do, and not to get any ideas of what you're looking at or who you're looking at, but you want to get shooters to complement your stars.
Yes.
And certainly seeing guys here in summer league knocking down shots is what you guys want to see.
Yeah, I really do. We want to have spacers that can give Dwight Howard and James Harden more room. And some of the guys I do like, it's their typical player envy. They're on other teams. They're under contract. The guy that impressed me is excellent.
Dante Exum.
I really like him. He just knows how to play. Plays with a nice feel and a nice flow, and so I like him. But I don't think we're getting him.
No, not yet. Not yet. Always great to see you, Kevin. Because Grant and I actually thought that you were trying to talk Steve Smith out of retirement.
I was. I was just telling him, come on. He can feed the post too.
Sweat. It says I was here. I worked here.